Most people completely misunderstand how easy it can be to start a company in Europe. And at the same time, they overlook one small detail that can quietly block them from accessing one of the most powerful digital business systems in the world. If you're planning to register an LLC in Estonia, there's something extremely important you need to know first. Because Estonia is not just another country where you open a company. It's a system. A digital ecosystem. And if you understand how to use it properly, it can completely change the way you run your business. But here's the surprising truth. Many people start the process, get excited, and then make one simple mistake that limits everything they can do afterward. Let me show you what that means. Michael had been running a freelance software business for years. He worked with clients from the US, Europe, and Asia, but there was one problem he kept running into. Payments were messy. Contracts were complicated. Taxes were unclear. He needed structure. So he started looking into international business options. And that's when he discovered Estonia, a country known for its digital infrastructure, online governance, and something called e-residency. It sounded almost too good to be true. Start a company online, manage it remotely, access European markets. So he decided to move forward. But here's where things get interesting. The moment he started the process, he realized that Estonia doesn't just offer a company registration. It offers a system that requires you to understand how everything connects. And this is where most people go wrong. They think registering the company is the goal. But in Estonia, registration is just the entry point. Let's break this down properly. In Estonia, the equivalent of an LLC is called an OÜ, which stands for Osaühing. It's a private limited company. It offers limited liability, flexible ownership, and is one of the most popular business structures in the country. Sounds simple, right? But there's one detail most people miss. To fully benefit from Estonia's system, especially as a non-resident, you typically need something called e-residency. And this small detail makes a huge difference. Let's bring in Sarah. Sarah was a digital marketer from California who wanted to work with European clients more easily. She heard about Estonia and immediately registered a company online. But she skipped one step. She didn't apply for e-residency first. And what happens next can catch people off guard. Without e-residency, she had limited access to Estonia's digital services. Managing her company became more complicated than expected. So here's the key insight. E-residency is not citizenship. It's not a visa. It's a digital identity that allows you to access Estonia's online business environment. And if you're planning to operate remotely, it's almost essential. Now let's move forward. Applying for e-residency is a straightforward process, but it requires verification. You submit an application, provide identification, and undergo a background check. Once approved, you receive a digital ID card. This card allows you to sign documents, access services, and manage your company entirely online. And this is where things get interesting. This digital system is what makes Estonia unique. But here's the problem. If you don't understand how to use it properly, you won't unlock its full potential. Now once you have e-residency, the next step is registering your company. And this is where the process feels almost unreal compared to other countries. You can complete the entire registration online. Choose your company name. Define your business activity. Submit your application. In many cases, your company can be registered within a day. But here's where things can go very wrong. Speed can lead to carelessness. David, an entrepreneur, rushed through his application because he was excited about the fast process. He selected a vague business activity and didn't think much about it. At first, everything seemed fine. But later, when he needed to work with certain clients and payment providers, he ran into issues. His business description didn't clearly reflect his operations. And this is where it gets dangerous. Clarity matters, even in a fast system. So take your time. Now let's talk about share capital. In Estonia, the minimum share capital requirement for an OÜ is relatively low. And here's where things get interesting. You don't always need to deposit it immediately. This flexibility is one of the reasons Estonia is so attractive. But there's a catch. Until the capital is fully paid, There may be restrictions on dividend distribution. Emily, a startup founder, didn't realize this. She thought she could withdraw profits immediately. But her unpaid share capital created limitations. So this is one of those details that seems small, but has real consequences. Now let's move forward. Once your company is registered, the next step is opening a business bank account. And this is where things can slow down. Because while Estonia is digitally advanced, banking still involves compliance checks. Many entrepreneurs expect to open an account instantly. But banks need to verify your business activities, identity, and risk profile. Daniel experienced this firsthand. He applied to multiple banks but was rejected because his business model wasn't clearly documented. And what happens next changed everything. He refined his business plan, clarified his operations, and successfully opened an account. So here's the insight. Your company's setup and your banking strategy must align. Now, let's talk about taxes. This is one of the most unique aspects of Estonia. Estonia uses a corporate tax system, where profits are not taxed until they are distributed. That means if you reinvest your profits into the business, you don't pay corporate tax on them immediately. And this is where things get very interesting. This system encourages growth and reinvestment. But here's the problem. Many people misunderstand how it works. Jessica thought it meant no taxes. But when she distributed profits, she realized there were tax obligations. So understanding the system is critical. Now let's move into compliance. Even though Estonia is digital and efficient, you still have responsibilities. You need to maintain accounting records. You need to file annual reports. You may need to register for VAT, depending on your business activity. And this is where small mistakes can become big problems. Michael initially ignored his reporting deadlines. He thought the system would remind him. But penalties started to add up. So discipline matters. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. At this point, you might be thinking, this sounds incredibly efficient, but also requires attention to detail. And that's exactly right. Because here's the truth. Estonia doesn't remove responsibility. It removes friction. And that's a huge difference. If you're organized, strategic, and proactive, Estonia becomes one of the most powerful places to run a global business. But if you're careless or reactive, you can still run into problems. So, let's go back to Michael. After understanding the system, he changed his approach. He applied for e-residency properly. He registered his company with clarity. He aligned his banking strategy. He understood the tax system. And what happened next changed everything. His operations became smooth. His payments became streamlined. His business felt structured and scalable. And that's the transformation you're aiming for. From confusion to control. From complexity to clarity. From limitation to opportunity. Now let's bring everything together. To register an LLC in Estonia, you need to understand that you're forming an OEWA. You need to strongly consider e-residency if you want full digital access. You need to carefully define your business activity. You need to understand share capital requirements. You need a solid banking strategy. You need to understand Estonia's unique tax system. And you need to stay compliant with ongoing requirements. It's not just about starting a company. It's about building a system that works for you. And this is where most people fall behind. They focus on the setup, but ignore the strategy. But now, you're thinking differently. You're seeing the full picture. You're understanding how everything connects. And that's what gives you an edge. Because the real advantage is not just having a company in Estonia. It's knowing how to use it. And if you found this guide helpful and want more videos that break down complex global opportunities like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because the more you understand how these systems really work, the more powerful your decisions become.